Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. And at 3 o'clock in the morning starts my trip to Gama. I don't know if this turns into a vlog. I filmed last Gama. In fact, last Gama was my very first vlog ever, which is why I kind of want to film this Gama. But we'll see. Sometimes things get in the way. I get interrupted. Plus, I just filmed like Steamforged Games vlog, last week. Forget last week, like 2 days ago. In fact, I went on a 3-day trip to England. I'm running on way too little sleep. And as of right now, at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm running on about half an hour of sleep. Not even sleep. But I'm on the way to the airport, so I can fly down to Reno and to Gama. I'm hoping this is a fun trip. Gama last year was an absolute blast. That's what I titled my vlog, because it was an absolute blast. It was a lot of fun. It was beneficial for me as a content creator to network, to be able to hang out with people who I already know, and to deepen those relationships, and then to hang out with people who I barely had gotten to know, and to make new relationships and all that. It was all in all a good time and a beneficial time all at once. And I'm excited to head back down. I have a lot of people I want to see, a few games I want to play, and a lot of fun and work ahead of me. I'm headed to the airport right now, and hopefully this vlog is not just me being in the airport and me driving a car. Hopefully it's actually some fun, cool stuff as well. And then maybe I'll do a separate video on all the fun booths at Gama and all those things. I don't know yet. I don't know, honestly. I'm making it up as I go along, but I'm hoping it'll be a good time. In any case, I'm running on too little sleep, a coffee and a bagel, and I'll see you shortly. And just like that, my coffee's gone, my bagel's gone, and we're through security. So I'm at Dallas on the way to Reno for the layover stop, and currently playing through Numbsters together with Isaac Vega over here.
Hello.
Going through a bit of hand management with Button Shy. Now you actually have Wild Gardens on that kit.
It just got off back.
When can you late pledge for that?
It should be up in about 3 weeks. So
3
if you guys
weeks.
are interested, you guys can go ahead and check it out.
I haven't played that one. I played Keystone North America. Really enjoyed that one. And Wild Gardens looks absolutely amazing. But this is the fun kind of thing you have to do if you're just randomly popping to the airport.
Yeah.
But yeah, Numbsters is a lot of fun so far.
It's great. I'm about to lose.
So we're skipping a bit ahead in time at the moment. Lots of things have happened today. But right now, we have Conquest Princess set up. We got Jeremy Howard, Daniel Stanton. We have, what's it called, Play the Game. And then all of these people over here, Grant's hanging out. And we're all playing Conquest Princess. And by we all, I mean like 3 of them, and I'm just going to harass them or leave and find something else to do. One or the other. But yeah, Conquest Princess. It's a fun little game. It's got a very puzzly loop-style feeling to it that I really enjoy. Hopefully you can hear a word I say. But look at these acrylic standees. Look at this thing over here. Look at these. Dun, 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 knowledge is power.
And try to do all four.
Or I could just shoot. I feel like
Yeah, you can just shoot.
Run it down, blast it out. We said this.
Wrapping up the end of the first day, and I have not been great about vlogging, but I am trying, and we'll see what happens over here. But also, there's not quite a ton to see just yet. The showroom over there behind me, Subware Fingers, there we go. The whole doors and all that, multiple hallways full of doors. That's where the exhibitors are. Had a chance to walk in earlier, and there's not a lot going on in there, at least not yet. Right now, it's mostly, well, empty looking, as people put up their booths and try to do what they can, and it looks impressive, just not like things you want to see. Past that, we have banners all around us. We got like some Star Wars Shatterpoint up there. We got some rotating banners of Lorcana, which is going to be an absolute. It's going to be a bit when it lands. We have Shadowverse Evolve and some other, banner up there. Don't know much about it, but overall, lots of things happening. And then we have Vloggity Inception over here with a Play the Game HQ. But the first day, it's been busy, lots of things happening, but also not the kind of things that show up in vlogs quite as much. Last year I went to the Glass Die, hope to go there as well. The Glass has a local board game bar, board game cafe. I hope to go there this trip and see what happens. And then tomorrow the exhibit halls will open. Nope, that's not true. Tuesday the exhibit halls will open. We'll have some footage from that sprinkled in amongst the things. Although I think there is an exhibitor, a media first room tomorrow that we can take a look at some things and show you some stuff there. But today, got to play some more Conquest Princess from Sepiyun. That's a game over on GameFind. You saw that already. You saw some footage of that. And then, other than that, I don't know. Got checked in. I feel like I did stuff. I went places. Got to hang out with a few people. Talk to a lot of people. Got to see Steamforged Games again. They have a few people over here, and they're running some sort of booth or whatnot. Got to hang out with Jeremy Howard, which is a lot of fun. Danielle Standring, Roberto Lopez. A lot of different people. Today's very much a meet and greet day. Devin's late. Devin missed his flight. That's not entirely true. Devin's flight was delayed, and so he took a different flight instead because now he's arriving at 12 a.m. or something like that, as opposed to being here the entire day where we could hang out. Curses on him and all that. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with more footage or stuff, or maybe I'll show you some more things as we have a chance. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't have objectives. All I know is that this is the start of Gama. Things haven't heated up just yet, but they will soon enough. We just finished playing a game of Expeditions that Alex and Dave were very helpful in teaching us and getting us up and running. And I just want to do a very quick first impression of this one because I really enjoyed it, but we're going to start with you, Meg.
I had a lot of fun.
That's very quick.
There are pets, but I will say this was one of those games that it took me playing through to feel confident in it. So it's definitely one of those games that if you're someone that prefers like a learning play, I was like that with this.
Ugh, I can take this away so you can stop doing weird Pilates. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I had a really good time. You know, me and Roberto also lost. In addition to Meg, Alex ran away with it at the end. But it's definitely one of those games that it feels familiar to you if you've played Scythe. It does have kind of the objective stars that you're going after. So there is a different. My brain just stopped. I was trying to say path or strategy at the same time. Anyways, there's a different path that each person can take because you only need 4 objectives to be able to end the game. But there's a lot of different ways that you can go about that. I like the fact that in each of those paths, there's kind of a little mini engine that you can build in addition to the playing card area where you kind of have your personal card playing engine. And I definitely think, like Meg said, it's one that once you finish playing for the first time, you kind of realize the full scope of it. And I think there's definitely a lot more to explore. How many cards are in there for the items and meteorites and quests?
I want to say it's 150. It's 120. Keep on talking.
It feels like we only saw like maybe a quarter of the pile, which is really interesting.
40 cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like Alex had like a lot of different items that he was using that had some incredibly cool powers that you were able to use, and then you also were doing some stuff that seemed really neat that I just never was
so
able
your
to
player
track in
boards,
on.
you get a different player ability for each of the mechs, and there are even mechs that we didn't play with, so there were others we didn't get to experience. Just one more?
Just one more.
A fifth one?
Yeah.
So that was really cool. I enjoyed that. I appreciated the powers.
Nice.
They
And
felt
Alex,
strong.
I'm asking you for the very first time, but like, how many cards are in the game?
Yeah, of course. I'm glad you asked. I didn't know this off the top of my head. It's 112 cards.
Oh, nice, 112. I was, my guess was 115. But all right, what do you want to share any of your thoughts?
It felt familiar, but different enough for it to be fantastic. Scythe is one of my favorite games of all time. It's definitely in my top 10, and this feels really good to play. I enjoy the slight asymmetry. In Scythe, when you go to complete one of the objectives or you put a star out, you toss it out. What I really like about this is you have to work to put one of the 4 stars out. You don't just immediately get that for endgame. So that's probably my favorite mechanic for this game.
Nice, nice. All right, and Pilates.
And
coming
for
back
me,
at you.
overall, a lot of what Devin said is true. It feels familiar. It feels like it does play off the world and the concepts that Scythe introduced. But for me, I like it a lot more. But just the engine building was a lot of fun to go through. And I really like the fact that there's these kind of different pathways that we don't really heavily talk about. But there's like these quests you can do. There's meteorites. There's items, and you really can't focus on everything. So you have to pick and choose in a way that forces you to re-explore different aspects of how you want to combine different things each time you reapproach it, which has me very excited to dive back in and see just how the game iterates as I continue to play it. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Expeditions, Stone My Games. Coming in for pre-order when?
It's available for pre-order now through our web store, or it will be retail. It will be in Q3.
Cool. Yeah, check it out.
But hey, there's Travis.
Oh, Travis. Hi. So we're finally in the media first look room, which means this is where you're going to see the bulk of. That's not true. It's also going to be the whole hall tomorrow. So there's going to be a bunch of fun things here. But right now, I just played Cosmoctopus by Henry Audubon and distributed by Lucky Duck. Really enjoyed this one. I remember back in the crowdfunding campaign, and I was very compelled by the crowdfunding campaign. And this one, it's a lot of fun puzzling manipulation. It's competitive. You're trying to get 8 tentacles. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and find out some more stuff. But I really liked it. You're going to hear me talking about it in the future too. A lot of fun things to walk around the hall. There's Tesseract, which I'm very excited for. A game I haven't actually played yet, but really want to. There's the Boop Halloween edition, like Boop, which looks fun. I played Boop. I enjoy it. Not a game I feel the need to own, but fun to have that. I also just saw some Star Wars Shatterpoint as well, which again looks cool, but it's a miniature game, so also not as much my job. I'm always mindful of that as I go through it. But yeah, lots of good Snapship Tactics over here, Herticulture, just a ton of games going on. So we got some Steam Steamforge stuff over here. We got Monster Hunter World, which I have played and very much enjoy, although I like Iceborne more, marginally more. They're basically the same game. But we also have Sea of Thieves over here, which this one, I don't know anything about it past the fact that it's obviously based on like the video game, but like I haven't played the video game, so I'm walking in pretty blind past the, IP. But I definitely hope to play that while I'm here. And then we have a game that I know Devin loves, which is Devin loves Alien RPG, and that is a game I would love to play that. I would love to play Alien RPG while I'm here. I don't know if it'll happen, but hopefully it does. We'll figure it out. And then past that, we got so many things to walk around here. There's a ton of games to look at. We had, I just played, I'll throw in some B-roll or something hopefully, but I just played Too Many Cooks from Good Games Publishing. I really enjoyed it. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. We're at the Glass Die Arena right now, which is one of the places I went last year. I had a lot of fun playing games last year, playing with Think the Themer with you. I taught you Skull last year. A lot of overall fun. And this year,
Role player. And then we went on to play Role Player Adventures.
That was later. Role Player Adventures. We stream Role Player Adventures over on Camp Co-op. Check that out.
Yep.
Past that, we're over here. We just played Dream Home. We actually had a few games. We played Codenames. Played a few games of Codenames, a few rounds. Had 2 assassin deaths out of 3 games of Codenames, so that was fun. But then we had from there, we had Dream Home. We dove into that. And now we're setting up to play Dune Imperium with Mr. Devin and Mr. Jeremy over here. We actually have a Travis Chance coming in as well. He's currently the hometown winner. We are going
Travis
to...
and I are on a team, so I can make decisions if I need to.
Yes, and Travis is currently defending his position from the last time Devin, Meg, and I and Travis played together. Travis unfortunately took the win. Devin got nowhere near winning at all, not in the slightest.
You were in last place, dude. You can't even say that. He had 12 and 11.
Yeah, Devin was in second place like he won that other game of Fractured Sky, The off-camera stuff. All of a sudden things keep happening.
Are you serious right now? You gaslight me?
This is going to be the start of my tour of the Gama Media Hall. This is a kind of industry convention where you have a lot of distributors and publishers meeting with folks in the industry, from retailers to designers to media to all of that. So if you haven't heard of Gama, that might be why. It's not a convention you can just go to, it's a convention you kind of have to be in the industry to go to. That said, there's a lot of fun things you get to see, stuff that you don't always otherwise get to see. And offhand, I'm just walking past the OP and I saw this game that I don't know a thing about it, but I immediately recognized the art of Vincent Dutrait over here called the Art Project, A-R-T. Don't know a thing about it, but it looks very cool. At least so far, the OP, we got Perfect Wave over there. I don't know a thing about that one. Sorry for the above my head situation here. We have obviously Marvel Dice Throne, incredibly popular. Beautiful display cabinets for this game. Regular Dice Throne, no, just Marvel. I think Dice Throne has their own Dice Throne, and then they have with the OP they have Marvel Dice Throne. So they only have that one. We have Harry Potter, which I haven't heard a ton of great things about this game, but I haven't heard that much to begin with. Versus Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. This one I very much enjoy. I have the expansions and the 2-player. I like the 2-player, but I prefer the full co-op. And the expansions I have not gotten a chance to play with yet, so hoping to dive into those. And then Sources Arena, they have been like slowly putting up more and more Disney Sources Arena over here. I played the base over there. I've not played any of the tons of expansions. I kind of have FOMO over all their acrylic standees, but I also know that I always want to play more than I'm able to. So I gotta pick and choose the things I have time for. Then past that, a lot of there's fun things going on at the OP booth. And I think that's a good overall coverage of the OP, and so let's go ahead to something else. So now we have the Steamforge booth over here, and they have Sea of Thieves, which I keep trying to play with absolutely no luck. I have not been able to play this game. There's theoretical plans to play it tonight. Will it happen? Who knows? We'll find out. Other things will get in the way. It always does. We'll play Resistance, and someone will lie to me again. We have Epic Encounters, which I've never actually played, don't know anything about, past the fact that it looks cool and there's lots of cool dragons. There's like a double-headed dragon over here. Let me show you that. That guy looks kind of like he knows what's going on. But then we have some Steamforge. We have some mats. Hello. Steamforge. Hello. How's it going?
Really good.
Is it good?
Yes, very good. Everyone's super excited about the 2-headed T-Rex.
Is it? Are they?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I've obviously seen PPC like pre-production samples. That's the first one I've seen in the actual flesh. It is unbelievably
It is
good.
pretty cool. It's
Yeah,
pretty cool
I'm
too,
super
yes.
excited about it.
So over here we have Monster Hunter World. This is all set up. This is like, they just announced Iceborne as well. Everything's going on. Very cool. We got a regular one-headed T-Rex. And then I don't know what else we have. We have some more booths. We got some Animal Adventure in the background. Animal Adventure is all the way. This is more RPG stuff. Less my jam. I keep wanting to explore, but haven't yet. We have Dark Souls, Epic Encounters, and then again, we have the 2-headed T-Rex. I'm going to zoom into this. This is really cool. This is very, very cool. Look at that. Look at that guy. He's very cool. I like him. I should look into Epic Encounters. I don't know anything about it at all, but I don't know. But from there, let's go ahead and head over to Studio H to Chefs. They got a lot of things. So first of all, they got this game over here, which is it's called Corridor Quali. This is their newest one. This looks absolutely insane. This is not what you would get in retail, to be very clear. But I've always liked the line of games from Corridor to Corridor. I grew up on Corridor. I've always adored this game. Corridor I've played. Corridor I haven't. I've played. Corridor's my favorite. Quixo I played. Pylos I played. It's a great line of games. And then they have Linkto and Linkto. Don't know anything about those game systems. We have Acropolis, which I adore. Acropolis, I think this game is amazing and needs an expansion. Tribes of the Wind, which I definitely want to play. Tribes of the Wind looks very cool. What's going on?
Right
Got
now.
vloggy vlog.
We're here interrupting Board Game Club vlog.
Vloggity vlog.
Say
Hello, I'm saying hi. This is Professor Meg vlog over here.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going? We're gonna go ahead and go back over to Turing Machine. Now, I just had a chance to play Turing Machine for the first time. I thought it was interesting. I can't say, there's a lot of hype and buzz about it. I only played it once and just solo, so I still jury's out and all that. But my one play didn't fully capture my imagination. It was good. Now, Miller Zoo, don't know a thing about this. The box does not capture me at all. The board captures me a bit more, so liking that. And then we have Vivarium. I've heard very good things about Vivarium, and so I keep capturing my half face on this because I'm not looking at the camera. But I've heard good things about Vivarium. I think I saw Dice Tower was talking about it, that it seemed very much a very cool, very simple, very compelling game. It looks cool, don't know more about it. And then we have Valbauer as well. So Studio H in general, knocking things out of the park. They have Nidavellir, more Nidavellir, I don't know, just banners from Nidavellir, Turing Machine, Northgard, Uncharted Lands. They just do a lot of good stuff, a lot of very cool stuff. Yeah, that's going to be Studio H. So now we're wandering over to Gama, which obviously has a lot of stuff that I'm mildly okay with. Starting off with a ton of Marvel United setup over here and over here. And you know what? Let's take a look at the display case, because this is all the stuff you see on the Kickstarter pages. A ton of just, look at this. I'm going to slowly pan over this so you can see just miniatures after miniatures. This is so cool. This is the kind of thing that makes you want to see, what can I do to get my hands on this? That's obviously Galactus from Marvel United, and just miniatures and miniatures. These are so freaking cool. I wish, this is insane.
I'll order some Star Wars.
This is the kind of thing, and there's a whole nother row below it as well. This is the kind of thing that makes me want to get rich. Not so I could retire in a large mansion, but so that I can get miniatures painted to that level of quality and paint those. And then we have Master of the Universe, which is absolutely incredible. This game is so good. And this is one of those things that, I remember when I reviewed this game, I gave it a 5 out of 5. And, I'm always mindful about that because, okay, great, congratulations, Alex. You love Command games, you gave it a 5 out of 5. But, that game has been hitting it home for a lot of people. And so I'm very excited to see that the amount of people who are loving it, because, I don't get me wrong, ratings are ratings. But, if I love a game, I want other people, I want other people to be excited. I want them to see the same things that I've enjoyed about it. And so yeah, that's going to be that game over there. Then we have Monster Fight Club over here with just scenery stuff. This is more terrain-based fighting systems, but they've also put out what was the game? They put out another game, the Borderlands. They put out the Borderlands Kickstarter, as well as The Witcher. They have a lot of things over here. But that's a Monster Fight Club. What else do we have? We have Theme Forge Games, we did that. You know what? Let's go and find something else and see what we get. So now we're at Arcane Wonders over here, who have a lot of things, but easily the most exciting thing to talk about, at least right now, is going to be Call of Duty, the board game. This is, look at this, look at that. That's Call of Duty, the board game.
And then they're also going to determine your final
It's going to be a kind of two-player primarily mode, which you're going to be going head-to-head while you try to tactically plan out your actions in advance. So both players are planning out how they're going to move, dodge, shoot, lay down, all of that, and then you reveal and play out your things simultaneously. So it's a degree of hidden movement and programmatically playing things out and then revealing them. So simultaneous, hidden programming, all that looks very fun. Past that, the one I wanted to actually check out a bit more is Dubois. I think that is what it's called. I don't know, but it looks cool. The art looks cool. The box looks cool, and then of course Furnace is amazing. And they have Interbellum, which is one that I very much I want to try. I haven't played it yet, but definitely want to try that one out. That's the main highlights that we have over here at Arcane Wonders. Then we have Restoration Games over here, and they have a ton of things. They have Unmatched for King and Country, Teen Spirit, Hell's Kitchen, Redemption Row, Brains and Bronze. They have a lot of these Marvel Unmatched stuff. And then they have Tales to Amaze, which is just recently over on crowdfunding. We got this little bug creature who's gonna destroy you. And then of course we have the little alien song. That's the cooperative version of Unmatched, which means you have to make the noises, because if you don't make them, who will? And then over here we also have Thunder Road, which is another crowdfunding campaign. Thunder Road Vendetta looks very cool. Haven't played this one. Like it just looks like the big league finals, all this stuff moving on over here. And then of course we have Return to Dark Tower. This is one that I really should play at some point. Don't know when it'll finally happen, but definitely excited to at some point. I don't know. I want to play it. I just don't want to buy it because it's expensive. So that'll happen. Also have Vesuvius Media here, who they've done obviously Catapult Feud with all the various variations of Catapult Feud and everything. And they also have the True Glory, which is currently on crowdfunding. I say currently, although that may have changed, but it's going to be like a pirate game where you can kind of shoot things and not the same dexterity elements that the thingy that Catapult Feud has, but very different at the same time.
And then you're gonna say, and this is your daily dice deal. And you're gonna roll it.
Your daily dice deal.
Awesome. You're gonna get your result, you're gonna focus on your result, and then get back to you and just say goodbye. And then we do it with Alex. Alright, let's do a countdown. 5, 4.
Hey there, I am Professor Meg, and you can find me as Professor Meg all around the internet, especially on Instagram and YouTube. And now we're gonna find out what your daily dice deal is. It's a 4!
I'm outside the glass die right now just because once I get inside it's going to be a little noisy, but this is my second night here. Well, it's my third night at Gama, second night at the glass die. The first night went to the glass die, second night did not go to the glass die, and third night went to the glass die. This is a great cafe. First of all, offhand, you have the post-apocalyptic hours, which is it's just tremendous sense of humor mixed into everything. But past that, they have a great game selection, both for purchasing games as well as for actually playing games. Atmosphere is a blast. Like it's a lot of fun to be in here. They have lots of games to recommend for their game cafe. They rotate their selection, and then they just have all the stuff you'd expect, the new stuff, the old stuff. We got dice selections and all these other things that I don't usually buy, but they look cool. And then lots of fun games that I always want to buy, even though I already own, which is what it is. The harsh lighting in here is not great. Just finished up a game of Age of Atlantis, by the way. Grant Winkerhoff over there, he taught the game. He's the designer of Oros, but he taught me Age of Atlantis, which I've been wanting to play for a while. I saw him at Dice Tower West, and he was saw him at Dice Tower West. Words are escaping me. Saw him at Dice Tower West, and he was playing the game, and it looked really cool. I was like, let's play it, and we didn't get to. But he's at Gama, and he had it, so we got to play it here, which is awesome. I'm just looking at some of these games over here, by the way. We have Kingdom Rush, which I was just talking about. I think that's a great game. I really enjoyed that one. Ark Nova, I really need to play it more. Wonder Book I want to play. Lots of Lacerdas up there. We have Cloud Spire, which is fantastic. We have Mind Management, the Deluxe Edition. Highly recommend checking this out if you haven't already. We have Orlean Draw and Write. I should be buying a game here, but honestly, I already have too many things coming back with me as it is, and I don't have space. But yeah, I'm gonna be headed back to Gama to we got Marvel Zombies and extras, and Undead or Alive. They're gonna be headed back to Reno fairly shortly. Just waiting for my Uber to pick me up. It's a 40-minute walk, which I'm tempted to do. It's nice outside, but then I'd be late for my meeting, which is unfortunate. It's all meetings. It's fun and games, but meetings at the same time. I'm wrapping up the night with one last meeting, and then tomorrow morning I have a meeting, and then the next. It's fun. Gama's interesting, and I encourage you to check out my other vlog. Hopefully, I'm hoping if the things go right, I'm hoping that I did a full tour of the Gama Hall with showing you various booths and publishers and all that in one video, and then separately have this vlog here. So stay tuned, or check out past videos, or check out the link below. If I did it, I'll have both of them. But Gama's interesting because it's mostly publishers, and retailers and media and people in the space, and it's a lot of back-to-back meetings and fun. I still have 4 publishers I'm supposed to meet tomorrow. I don't know how I'm going to be doing this, and this is on multiple on my behalf. For my schedule, it's both. I do 3 things at Gama. I play games and have fun. I do board game related things, and then of course I do GameTown related things. There's a lot of publishers here looking for a lot of different conversations. I just spoke to, Keyforge. I just hung up by the Keyforge booth, was talking to them, talking to SkyTier, a bunch of publishers who have been on GameFound or will be on GameFound or have nothing to do with GameFound, and just talking to them about review copies and other situations. It's good. It's interesting being in the board game space. A big part of it is networking, and the good news is the networking part is fun. We're bonding around board games, which is a great way to spend time with people you like and to build those connections and to be mindful of things. And it's gone both ways. It's interesting because I review things, and so I do give critical feedback on things. And just even while at Gama, I've had 2 interactions that were based around the negative feedback, discussing with publishers who have given negative feedback about their game, the process and being mindful of things. And it's interesting. It is interesting. But either way, I'm going to wrap up this segment for right now, and I will see you probably tomorrow morning unless I pull out my camera later, but who knows. Well, that kind of wraps up Gama 2023. It's been an exhausting 5 days. A very fun 5 days, but an exhausting 5 days. I don't know what the last thing I left off with. I've been decent about getting enough of the things without being so much. I'm probably going to... I didn't get to tour all the stuff in the hall, so I'm probably going to go ahead and sneak in footage of various booths together with, the actual trip and whatnot. There's a lot of hanging around the Last Eye, the local board game cafe. There's a lot of talking around the Circle Bar. A lot of meetings are held at the Circle Bar. It's one of those fascinating things where you have meetings at the booths, and you have meetings in the rooms and the side rooms and the tables, and you play games, and you meet publishers, but then there's also a lot of networking that just goes on by just sitting around a counter at night with a drink or two. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of positive meetings, both on behalf of Board Game Co., behalf of GameFound. Again, same things I said throughout the video. A lot of developing relationships that are already there, a lot of building new relationships, a lot of game highlights. For me, the game highlights for me, I think primarily have been Cosmoctopus, Expeditions. I really enjoyed Age of Atlantis 2, I got a chance to play that, as well as a bunch of other games. It's a whole long list I need to get caught up on. As well as a bunch of things I got to try, like small little puzzle, solo-y games, or small wallet-sized games that were just a lot of fun. And I'm exhausted now. I'm about to head onto a flight to head back home to Cleveland. I'm going to be landing in San Francisco way too late in the morning, and then taking a nice flight back down to Cleveland, hopefully getting some sleep on the flight, and preparing for the next trip. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate you all tuning in, watching videos, putting me in a place where I get to do what I do. It's one of those weird, complicated things where what I do is both work and fun at the same time. I am exhausted. You can probably hear my voice is definitely taking a hit. But I'm looking forward to the next, and the next, and whatever comes after that. And to get back on track. Oh my dear Lord, I'm so behind. I need to get back on track on everything. Until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. And as always, I hope you have a good one.